You're all going to get a big surprise with the next thing I do.
Oh, aye, what's that? What do you mean a big surprise?
You'll see.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at how accurately the cast of The Crown reflected their real royal counterparts. While there have been many incredible impressions, we'll only focus on key members of the royal family.
As your queen and as a grandmother, I say from my heart.
Number 10. Flynn Edwards and Luther Ford as Prince Harry. Flynn Edwards plays the younger Prince Harry in the first part of Season 6. The Welsh-born actor shared that he delved into a Prince Harry YouTube rabbit hole to prepare for the role.
All our friends are just going to tease us.
Exactly. I very much doubt it.
They will, especially if you wear a kilt and carry a shepherd's crook, like little Bo Peep, little Pa Peep.
He was also given a ginger wig that would take over an hour to put on daily. As a native Welsh speaker, he also had to adjust to an English accent and language for shoots.
Fi sgwrs dy mam, sa'n ni gael e, na fi fe jyst yn ysbryd. So wnaethon ni'r tip, a o doi o rai ni wneud I hala mewn. O'n I ddim yn credu fe, a oedd mam gi mwy hapus na fyddwn ni.
Meanwhile, Luther Ford, who picks up the baton in Part 2, didn't think he looked enough like the prince to get cast. Clearly, someone saw his hairiness. Anyway, undergoing a royal transformation and receiving guidance on posture and movement from a Marine, Ford discovered the character's essence within himself.
I'm just jealous. In the history of humankind, no one has ever screamed for someone with red hair.
Number 9. Rufus Campa and Ed McVeigh as Prince William. Although we saw glimpses of Prince William in Season 5, more attention is given to the young royal in Season 6.
How long are you going to hide in there for?
Until those photographers go away.
Rufus Campa portrays the younger William in Part 1, effectively capturing his shy and reserved nature, apparently reflective of the real William's withdrawn personality, especially following his mother's death. As Part 2 unfolds, Ed McVeigh takes William to university and introduces William Mania. McVeigh built the character based on available information about the prince's young adulthood.
There was a whole trying to agree with the press at the time to not intrude so much on William's private life so much.
The series also introduces Kate Middleton, played by Meg Bellamy. Given the limited knowledge about the prince's future wife, Bellamy has a relatively fresh slate for her role, but we definitely see a young Kate in her.
You seem like the type who excels at everything.
There are people with high expectations of me. I don't want to let them down. But I'm sure I don't have to tell you what that feels like.
Yeah.
Number 8. Olivia Williams as Camilla Parker Bowles. Williams' transformation into Prince Charles's lover-turned-wife is incredible. She looks like two different people before and after.
And you know my attitude to that.
It's no excuse.
It really isn't.
The boys need you now more than ever.
Williams explained that the available footage of Camilla consisted mainly of candid paparazzi shots, so not exactly too flattering. Given Camilla's reputation back then, she likely didn't have many chances to make her voice heard, making the actress's task more challenging. Even so, Williams found inspiration and shared that she and the Queen Consort actually share some traits.
I love her that she winks at the press, and I like it that she loves a drink.
She
also,
like her, then.
apparently, swears like a trooper.
Sure, she might have been joking, but that doesn't sound like a bad start for providing a solid foundation for her performance. So while we can't be sure how accurate this portrayal is, Williams certainly looks the part. Number 7. Claudia Harrison as Princess Anne. In Seasons 3 and 4, Erin Doherty made the Queen's only daughter a standout character with her sharp wit. Now, in an older Princess Anne, played by Harrison, the iconic sass is still there, but perhaps a bit more restrained.
He looks a bit forlorn to me. Then again, so would I if my mother's private life had been splashed all over the press.
Harrison drew inspiration from Princess Anne's 1987 appearance on A Question of Sport. Watching her on the game show clearly indicates where she found her character's grounded demeanor and brilliant wit.
Good stuff, you can come back again. She's actually a girl, and then... Yes. Is it? It's, Oh, clever, clever!
The actress emphasized that she worked diligently to capture the character, though having the right wardrobe certainly helped her get into the role. If you watch any public appearance by Princess Anne, her effortless charisma shines through, becoming a significant part of the character.
I like to ask people what they were expecting, see, before they met me. And then I find out what my image was, you see.
What did they say when you asked them that?
I'm just about to ask you that.
Number 6. Elizabeth Debicki as Princess Diana. When it comes to getting a character as close to perfect as possible, Princess Diana stands out. Elizabeth Debicki, taking over from Emma Corrin in Season 5, finds the princess's confidence.
All the departments start making things for you, and you start stepping into the clothing, and the dialect is kind of humming along, and you start to sort of inhabit them and embody them.
She shared that she sifted through plenty of footage of Diana to find authentic moments that she could use as a foundation for building the character. Debicki's vocal transformation is remarkable too. She perfectly nails Diana's softer tones, making her stand out from the other royals.
Hello, boys.
Enjoying your holiday?
Yes, we're having a lovely time, apart from one little thing, you lot.
Come on, don't be like that. Love us, really.
Seriously, how long are we going to have the pleasure of your company?
Of course, it helps that she already shares some physical similarities with the princess, but makeup, wardrobe, and hair enhance the resemblance, and it's uncanny. To truly appreciate Debicki's portrayal of Princess Diana, we suggest watching the 2 panorama interviews side by side.
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it's a bit crowded.
Number 5. Dominic West as Prince Charles. Julian Baring was the first actor to offer insight into the young future king in Season 2's Paterfamilias. But it was Josh O'Connor who really made the prince stand out in Seasons 3 and 4. O'Connor did his homework, nailing everything from the prince's way of talking and moving to how he behaves in front of crowds.
What the Crown has always done so cleverly, I think, is not try to imitate the characters, but to sort of evoke them.
What do you think?
Reportedly, Dominic West was hesitant to succeed him after that impressive performance.
We can't have it both ways. Haven't we learnt that yet? We can't be a private family when we want to be, and a public one when it suits us.
While some say West is, let's say, easier on the eyes than the real prince, there's no denying that his take is also quite believable, especially from behind. West worked hard to understand the real prince, and sometimes, if we close our eyes, we might even struggle to tell them apart.
But obviously the public support and the warmth of that support has helped quite enormously.
Number 4. Marsha Warren as the Queen Mother. Gareth Russell, who wrote a biography about the elder royal, suggests that the Crown took liberties in portraying the Queen Mother as stern and humorless. According to Marsha Warren, who played the Queen Mother in her later years, little interview footage was available for research.
And she hadn't given an interview since 1923. And the king was so angry with her for doing that, she never gave another interview, so it was very hard to know what the voice was.
However, she did find an old documentary on horses featuring the Queen Mother. While Victoria Hamilton and Marion Bailey delivered strong performances, Warren's portrayal seems more aligned with what might be a common misconception about the royal figure.
Monarchy is the only part of the Constitution with an element of the divine. When you wear the crown, you are transfigured.
Warren captures the Queen Mother's elegance and practicality, showing her strength as she embodies the role of the family's matriarch and loving great-grandmother.
Kind people did do a little digging and snipping and all that sort of thing. Yes, they were all very helpful.
Number 3. Leslie Manville as Princess Margaret. Despite being the 3rd actress to wear this weighty tiara, Leslie Manville offers perhaps the most convincing portrayal, and it's not just because of her striking physical resemblance, although a good wig helps, right?
I think in hair and makeup don't want to create something that stands in your way or distracts a viewer or removes them from the immersive nature of what we're trying to do.
Vanessa Kirby played a rebellious princess, using a strong dialect to show her inner conflict between wanting independence and a sense of belonging. Helena Bonham Carter continues this internal debate, injecting a clever wit into the role. However, Manville's Margaret is more self-assured and aware of the costs of her family ties.
And then we very much found you. The real you. The you that you gave up in order to be the other you.
Her performance is nuanced and subtle, avoiding exaggerated gestures or stereotypes. She shared that she researched the princess thoroughly, piecing together information to create an authentic depiction of the royal.
Starting to show support for your son in this matter would be no bad thing. Because he will be king one day, and we want our kings and queens to be happy.
Number 2. Jonathan Pryce as Prince Philip.
And what you need to explore, and what's the beauty of the exploration, is of their emotional lives and what is driving them and what is behind the eyes.
Matt Smith shines as a young prince finding his place in the royal family, balancing roles as a husband to a matriarch and a father to heirs. This paved the way for Tobias Menzies to add new dimensions to the character and get audiences on his side as he continues to navigate his role. Every new Prince Philip shows a desire to move away from the past and embrace modernity, which can even be noted in their speech patterns.
We all wanted her to remain in this family. But you insisted on divorce, which is why this is now a Spencer family matter.
However, for Jonathan Pryce, portraying Prince Philip isn't about creating a perfect mirror image, but rather finding a window into the character's essence. He certainly captures elements of the real royal, but draws a distinct line, ensuring that his prince is his own man.
I think that the main lesson that we've learned is that tolerance is the one essential ingredient of any happy marriage. It may not be quite so important when things are going well, but it is absolutely vital when things get difficult.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Emela Stanton as Queen Elizabeth. Taking the reign from her predecessors, Emela Stanton donned the crown in Season 5. This was now an era within living memory for most of us, the thought of which she confessed kept her up at night.
I always say it's hard to be half in anything. You're either in or out. You yourself will know the difference of being in government or out.
Nevertheless, Stanton found that delicate balance of portraying a recognizable figure in a semi-fictional format, while still paying homage to those who came before her. Also, like Claire Foy and Olivia Colman, she underwent coaching to capture the Queen's vernacular and mannerisms, while hair and makeup completed the transformation. According to Royal Insider Major David Rankin Hunt, Stanton nailed the Queen's idiosyncrasies.
She was an exceptional and gifted human being. In good times and bad, she never lost her capacity to smile and laugh, nor to inspire others.
While Foy and Colman spoke with almost perfect received pronunciation, Stanton gave us an interpretation suited for the modern ages.
May those who died rest in peace, and may we, each and every one of us, thank God for someone who made many, many people happy.
Which cast member do you think had the most spot-on royal portrayal? Let us know in the comments.
It can be the hook in for me.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.